Welcome to today's session. We're going to talk about diaphragmatic breathing and run through a few exercises. This type of breathing is essential for any type of exercise, be it yoga, tai chi, even just moving the body through aerobics, and then just everyday breathing. So let's talk about what the diaphragm is. It's our major breathing muscle. If you just take your fingers and kind of dig under the rib cage along, and you kind of dig up under there, that's where you find the diaphragm. It's this parachute-shaped muscle that when you inhale, it flattens out, allows the lungs to expand. And then as you exhale, it pushes the lungs up and causes to squeeze the air out. One of the most efficient ways that you can breathe, it's just like a baby does. It's when you inhale, you expand the abdomen, the belly. And then as you exhale, drawing the belly button towards the spine, there's a contraction, push the diaphragm up in the lungs. We'd like to call that horizontal breath. The other way that you can breathe is using all your accessory muscles. Now, this isn't what we want to do because it activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system that keeps us in this kind of chronic stress state. It's called vertical breathing. When we lift the shoulders to inhale and then let them back down, it causes all kinds of tension in the neck chronically. And you get really shallow breaths. It's not near as effective as horizontal breathing. Expanding on the inhale, squeezing on the exhale. And that's really the basis behind all the exercises we're going to do today. We're going to move the spine and then allow the diaphragm to do its real work. So if you want to start in a chair, you can do this seated or you can do it standing, and I'm going to show you both. Seated, what we'll do is we'll start with what we call rock and roll breath. So just using that horizontal breath on the inhale, expanding, and exhale, squeezing, we'll start to move the spine with it. So just like this, as we inhale, we'll rock forward, poking the belly out, and then as you exhale and squeeze, belly button towards the spine, roll back around the lower back, and then just take a few of those on your own. Go just like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And let me show you what it looked like standing up. So keep on going if you're in the seated position. If you want to stand up and try it, it can look just like this. I'll put my hands at the lower ribs so I can feel the abdomen expand, feel the diaphragm working. Inhale, exhale. On this inhale, I'm going to have a little arch in the low back. On the exhale, I'm going to round the low back, tuck the hips in. So there's rock and roll, both ways. Try 5 to 10 breaths, just depending on how fast you breathe. If you can, as you start to use the diaphragm, that horizontal breathing, see if you can slow it down just a bit. You want to hear yourself breathe when you do this exercise. I'm going to take a seat. I'm going to do a little bit of a twist. My twist with this also helps to open up everything around the diaphragm, helps to introduce a little movement in the spine. So with an inhale, I'll lift my left arm up, and as I exhale, dropping the left arm to the right knee, I'm going to turn a quarter of the way. As I inhale, I'm going to grow tall and long with the spine, and then as I exhale, twist quarter way more. Inhale, long in the spine, belly out. Exhale, twist a quarter more, belly button towards the spine. Inhale. Last amount of turn, we're going to get the full turn with a quarter more as we exhale. And then just hold this posture just for a few breaths. Now you can do this in a chair, You could do it seated on the floor. You can even do it standing if you want to. You can do it at the office. You can do it at home. Let's come back. You can even do it standing in line at the grocery store, if you don't mind people looking at you a little funny. So let's inhale. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dropping it down to the outside of the left knee, quarter turn. Exhaling fully. Inhale, long spine, belly expands. Exhale, slight twist, quarter more. So you're about halfway through your twist. Inhale, long spine, expand belly. Exhale, quarter twist, belly button to spine. Inhale, long spine, expand belly. Exhale, quarter twist, belly button to spine. Squeeze the air out. Full twist. Let's hang here for a minute. I'm demonstrating it in the chair. I could also be sitting down on the mat in an easy cross-legged position. Whatever feels comfortable for you today. So with the next one, we're going to do some side bending, and I'm going to show you how you can do this seated in the chair, and then I'm going to go down to the mat and do some seated on the mat, because we're going to do another pose on the mat after that. So lifting the arm up, left arm goes up as I inhale, exhale, I'm going to side bend to the right, trying to make the ribs long. Inhale here, expand the ribs in the belly. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, come back up to center. And let's try the other side. Inhale to begin. Exhale to move. Long through the spine, long through the ribs. Inhale, expand. Exhale, squeeze and come back up. And what that looks like on the floor from a cross-legged position is just like this. So say you're getting this warmed up for a yoga class. Great way to introduce the diaphragmatic breath to the sides. So I'm going to inhale, take the left arm up, and as I exhale, I'm moving. I'm going to hold it right there for an inhale. Expand through the ribs. Exhale, come back up. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Spread the ribs. Reaching towards the ceiling. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Exhale back up to center. Feel free to repeat that a few more times. I'm going to go one more time to each side. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bend to the right, expanding through the ribs, feeling the movement of the spine, not pushing too much effort. Inhale, space between the ribs. Exhale, come up. Inhale, growing long. Exhaling, tipping over to the left side. Inhale, really feeling the space between each rib as best I can. And then as I exhale, I'm coming back up to center. Then I'm going to move to all fours, hands and knees on the mat. We'll take a little cat-cow. So with the cat-cow, it's just like rock and roll. We're going to inhale and drop the belly to the mat, looking up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, draw the belly button into the spine and round the back like the angry cat. Inhale, drop the belly towards the floor or mat, looking up. Exhale, round the back. And let's take about 5 to 10 of those. Just whatever feels right for you today. And then as I'm breathing through this, I'm just feeling the subtle movements of the spine. great way to connect the movement of the body with the breath. And again, you can apply this to any type of movement that you do. Just walking around in daily life. Inhale, drop the belly towards the mat. Exhale, round the spine. And we'll just pause right there. So from that, if you want to feel a little bit of a deeper feeling of how the belly moves with the diaphragm, just lay down on your mat, or you could even stand up and do this. I'm going to place my hands on the belly. And as I inhale, I'll lift the belly towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly button to the spine. This just helps me to understand how to breathe horizontally using the diaphragm in case all the other positions were a little challenging. So maybe you start off with 5 or 10 of these. Just your comfort level, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, the belly goes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dropping the belly button towards the spine. Inhale. And one final exhale. If you chose, you could just rest here. If you had a mindfulness practice that you like to do, you could just finish off and move right into that practice from this position. And if you're ready to go about your day and do your workout, come on back up. Find your way back to your seat. So these are just some ways that you can connect the body and the breath. And you can use it in the office, at home, before a workout, during a workout. It applies to every moment of your life. So thank you for joining me for this session. I hope that you find it useful and that you continue to practice.